Hey, welcome back. One of the biggest lessons that you can learn in competitive shooting is that no matter how small your rifle shoots, it never shoots any smaller than you do. If your skill set isn't adequate to hit the target, you aren't going to hit it. It doesn't matter how nice of a rifle you have. You can have a $5,000 to $7,000 behemoth like this, and you're not going to hit anything unless you know how to drive it. Well, learning how to drive this is expensive because 6-dasher ammo is not cheap to make. Those bullets are expensive. The powder's hard to find, and it takes, well, a little bit of it anyway. But is there a way to do this less expensively without wearing out our precious match barrels? There certainly is. Let me show you. Now, before you design a training rifle, first you have to consider the constraints of what you're working with. In my case, in Western Washington, we have all of these flat ranges and no open space where we can just go shoot. So we have to be very careful in how we design things so that we learn how to shoot and make wind calls at the same time. In my case, the only place I can shoot steel is on the 200-yard flat range. I need to have something that drifts in the wind at 200 yards enough that it at least somewhat simulates the 6-dasher at 400 to 500 yards. We can do this. It's not that hard. Better yet, we need something that's low enough in energy that it doesn't tear up the steel every time I hit it. And last but not least, we want to make sure that we're using the least expensive components possible in order to achieve the goal. Enter my .223 Remington varmint rifle. Now, practicing for PRS with this rifle would be a not terribly fulfilling experience in its current configuration. So we're going to need to change the configuration just a little bit to make it more suitable. First, we're going to need a first focal plane scope that will give us optics that are similar to what we would have on our match rifle. That's not a problem. My friends over at Zeiss have helped out with that. Next, we have to make the ergonomics more like our PRS rifle. My friends over at MDT helped out with that. This is the XRS chassis by MDT and is a very budget-friendly option for this very situation. The one thing I really like about this particular stock is that it has ergonomics almost identical to my primary open rifle, so that when I pick this up and use it, it works the same as that foundation stock does, but at half the price. And last but not least, I decided that this 12-twist barrel was not the right answer. I want to have a rifle that is viable as a tactical class rifle as well, which means I want to be able to shoot 77 grain bullets. Enter Northland Shooter's Supplies pre-fit Remington barrel in .223 Remington match, 7-twist, right off the shelf. It costs a little money, but it's worth the money and much cheaper than any other custom barrel you're going to put on a rifle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a pre-fit barrel on, the XRS chassis, and a Zeiss scope, and I'll be right back. And there we have it, a fully competition-capable .223 Remington rifle on a budget, featuring a Zeiss LRP S3 scope, MDT XRS chassis, and a custom Criterion pre-fit barrel. Leave a comment below if you want to see load development on the .223 Remington. The next video with this rifle will be me practicing for PRS. Until next time, shoot straight, and I'll see you in the next video.